Hey, everybody. Welcome to second part of the horrible, terrible Arqad life cycle. The terrible bees which thrive on death. Well, I can't really throw stones on that one now, can I? Oh, what's going on? That was a little hanging. All right, whatever. Today we are finishing off the Arqad stack, which means we're going to need 2 more city blocks, so I might as well get to that right now, right? Where are you, my eraser? We just kind of want to erase probably up to here. This is going to get a lot of, yeah, here, let's do this properly to start off. Dumps everything in a box. Snag energy drink. Go erase all of this. I think I need to go get more power, right? Maybe we'll go do that too. And then we'll buckle down and we'll really give it to the Arqads. Alright, all this stuff, go away. All this stuff needs to just be erased. I will consume it all. Alright, thank you. And the battery begins to shudder and quake. Alright, everybody back in the boat. Should probably check on artillery again. Here, let's go do that while that's going. Oh, okay, so artillery is... they're hard at work, and that's all I could ask for. I gotta say, we're almost done here, right? We've pushed the new 3, 4, 5... I think we have 6 more blocks if we want to. It's gotta be enough, right? I mean, how big can the mod be? He says. Where are you going? Oh, these are locals. These are guys from the Roboports. Yeah. Yeah, they're taking this off. All right, that's nice. Thank you, guys. I really hope you don't have any concrete available. All right, that's perfect. This might cause a stink, which will cause us to annoy the neighbors, but don't worry. We have a solution for that. There are ways around that situation. So I guess I just dump these all in boxes and let the bots take care of them. That's probably a good way to do it. What is the point of making a garbage disposal system if you don't use it, right? Well, okay. Slight problem. The garbage disposal is full. Please get rid of all this, guys. All that. I'm going to need more Arqads. I do not have enough. Alright, pick this up first. And then personal logistics back on. And I'm going to need probably more. Probably more. Alright. Maybe that'll be enough, maybe not. Oh, we're going to need lots of laughter factories for what's coming. Where is that? Yeah, you guys come with me. Not an ominous thing when I go to pick this up. Not at all. No one should be worried. No one. As I pick up the laughter factories and walk with a purpose towards... oh, we're jumping the gun. I need to pave that. Okay, never mind. I know what I'm doing. I definitely know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? It's only 2 blocks. Those guys, they know what they're doing too. Everyone knows what they're doing. Just, it's one. Yeah, there's that. Okay, so I have to go get more liquid power. I should probably do that directly after this, and then start in on the terrible Arqad life cycle, which is pretty much laid out and finished right now. I have a plan, and if I have a plan, I can execute that plan. Even if that plan is totally horrible, like feeding the happy blue chirping ponies to the bees in order to make honey, taking that honey and then turning it into maggots with a vrock, which I know is a large cockroach, but still, it loves and lives just like anyone else in a small cockroach way with a lot more filth is a judgmental word. We shouldn't use the word filth. Unwanted leftovers, just human garbage. That's also a loaded phrase. Anyway, what I'm saying is the rocks have a niche in the ecosystem, and we shouldn't disparage it too badly, no matter how disgusting it and they are. They're not quite biter level because they do stay in their box. And they're not quite biter level because there's a use to keeping them around. Not that we should be measuring the worth of a living organism by what machines we can feed them into afterwards, but like that's also exactly what I'm doing here. It's natural for an engineer to think this way, just as it's natural for a biter to bite or a rock to roll in just complete, utter squalor. All these things can be true. Oh, look at this. Such nice, minty green. Oh, imagine how it tastes. Just, oh, that's got to be good. The factory is fabulous. The factory helps the world at all times, constantly improving all areas of this filthy, forsaken rock. And give me like that. All right, so why do I have an ambassador on me? Why do I have so many grenades? Well, okay, we know the answer to that. The answer is safety. But still, I shouldn't have an ambassador on me. What I should do, however, is just see the future, you know? Just see the future. And the future says, take this. You're gonna need it. Oh, is that actually lined up? It is not. Lucky I am not. I'm pretty sure this is in range, right? Let's see if we can do this from a distance without actually having to show up. Now, are you in range of a Roboport? You are. Will you put down... I think it might work. I think it might. All right, we're going to see. Anyway, we're going to now discuss Arqads and Arqad things. I believe at the end of last episode, we had decided that we have this many maggot makers, and we're going to end up with this many. So the ratio is 2 to 1. So if we have 8 here, we should have 16 here, and we don't. We only have 15. And if we have that ratio gets preserved over here again. So, and we're also going to do another. I suppose we also have to put down windmills, which is important to me. Windmills are what makes the factory actually the factory. There we go. Nice. And so I think we're going to have a little bit of a problem because we need to have a separate sushi belt up here. Once again, I want you to make Arqads. Just make them. So we're going to have to bring in biomass, Relesia, all this stuff. And we also have to vent off all of these again. And so we have to have this structure, but also have sushi belt feed. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there's no outs on this. So let's see what we can do, right? Let's just go at it. This is going to be very logistically tight. Like, let's approach it. Pretty much the most we can do reasonably. And then does this leave space for sushi belting? Oh, I didn't go get fuel. All right, we gotta go get fuel. Let's finish this thought and then let's go get fuel. This thought says I need to take this stuff from right here and try to plug it in. Here, we're just gonna take the core. the sushi core and see if we can put this somewhere. And the answer is gonna be no. Gonna be a big no. I could get rid of windmills, and that's what I'll do. Like, this bank of windmills just won't be here. I need the space. Yeah. Sad, but it's what we have to do. And then we come in here and we take the sushi core. Sushi core. And then we plant it down. And it's still very, very tight. Not you. All right, we gotta go get more fuel. Yeah, this is very tight indeed. And then we have to go up to a standard slaughterhouse configuration. So one of these. So let's just grab you right now. And then just paste this down. And then we have to wire it all together, and then we have to make this live. Which is, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a problem, I think. Oh, we're going to run clean out of hands, aren't we? Also, clean out of power. These things stink, yeah. They stink bad. I'm glad I'm building this then. Yeah, that's going to put itself together soon enough. It doesn't have a lot of bots, it looks like, but in time. All right, power, and then we need a lot of pieces, and then we got to make this live somehow. Is this a separate grid? I remember asking that. It is not. Annoyed I don't have enough space to have the windmills, but I suppose sacrificing the windmills is something that has to happen from time to time. I could make a fuel station up north now that I have lots of diesel. I don't have to run down all this way, but I could also just keep doing this, and eventually I'll get solar panels, like real soon, actually. So maybe laziness prevails? Maybe laziness was always going to prevail? I don't know. Come here. Go back. Let's hope this is one of the last times we have to do this. Let's look around. Does this look terrible? Kinda, but also kinda not. It has to happen. No complaining about it. How are we doing here? Oh, we're attracting attention. That's good. So if that thing is alive, this means this guy can come down. So let's just do that. Pull this down, and you can come completely down. Only remember to put this in place. There we go. Good. I like these little artillery interludes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Need a few more, please. How about now? No, need more than more. Why is this showing so little? Did I jump the gun? Yeah, I threaded the needle right there. Great. Fan-friggin-tastic. All right, let's go. What I need to do is now really think this through. Because where I left it off yesterday, I think I have the ratios down. I think I have to prefer Arqads go in... Oh, I gotta go get all sorts of stuff. Prefer that Arqads go into more Arqad production before I can start siphoning them off. But I believe I have an idea on how to handle that. Thank you. What I really want, though, is all this. And then I want these guys. And then I want... do I have pipe? I do. Do I need more laughter factories? I do not. And I do not need more Arqad dens. So... Oh, do we have exactly enough laughter factories? Well, that's nice. Very pleasant. We have to pave that over. It's just too green, I say. All right, bomb it down. And you guys are going to be different, but we're not going to think about this right now. The most we're going to do is we're going to turn this onto Arqads. Which is, there we go. They make a ton of chitin, which is good because I need a source of chitin. There we go. And this eats Arqads at a rate of 0.2 a second. And these make Arqads at a rate of, no, you guys have to make Arqads. And you make Arqads at the rate 0.01 a second. Oh, so this might be complete massive overkill. Especially since most of these aren't... Oh, okay, wait a second. Makes Arqads at 0.36 a second. And only like half of them are going to be going up there. So yes, it is in fact overkill. No, I don't feel bad about it. All right, so where we left off yesterday. Let's just review. We have queen makers and nests coming down. This needs to be trimmed. And they have their own little queen carousel right here, which will have 10 queens on it, I think. And that's going to be enough to keep these 2 egg layers busy. 2 egg layers is a lot of egg laying. The eggs get put on this belt, they get sucked off and put onto here, and they come north. And they get put on this belt too. Probably this needs to be regulated. Probably. How about we do that right now? While it is fresh in our mind, we need to get the news. And then I want you to enable based on egg. This is so complicated. Less than 1,000. This is an important thing to put on the belt. 1,000 eggs is a lot, is what we need. Great. And then we come up here. Oh, we're going to bring the Vrox over from here. So that's how the Vrock gets into the system. But we also need just normal Vrox. So Vrox in cages and Vrox on this belt. So we have to just regulate that based on the number of cages in the system. So we have to bring up a Vrock line. Well, actually, these are all Vrock lines. There's probably Vrox on it right now. No? No, there is. There's 100 and some. Well, if there's 100 and some, why aren't we making Vrox? Answer, we are making Vrox. So what we'll do here is we'll just make a little bridge. Here, let's do that right now. No, let's do that almost right now. You know what I mean? I want you to Vrock. To Vrock and roll, my friend. And then I guess we can't do this quite like I wanted. However, we can do this competently enough. And then we need this guy right here. And you're going to put Vrox on the belt. And we have to be mindful that this will not count Vrox in cages. That's something different. Kind of don't want to turn this on quite yet, so turn around. But I want you to enable when Vrock... You're not going to be stacked. Let's do 400. 400. That's where we're going to start. Okay, you go that way. And the Vrox get put on here. Honestly, we get dibs on those Vrox. That's how it's set up. And that's fine. Is that up here? No. Is that over here? Oh, bad angle. All right, we're almost ready to make another one over there, but we're not going to pay attention to that. And the Vrox are being made, and I'm not liking how we're not producing all of this. Why aren't we going? Why aren't we making cocoons? We have no mushrooms. That's been a problem for a while. I'm going to do this like this. Here, in fact, we're turning you off. Here, you're just turning around. No, I don't want that either. Here, you're going to do 200. right? So I want this spread out as much as possible. You're doing 20. And then we're going to turn mushrooms up even more. There's like long bands where there's no mushrooms. And that's causing this to go in spurts. And that's a big problem. I need mushrooms to be more distributed. And I think part of that's going to have just one of them working. I don't know. I feel that, like, because they're so close and there's such a long belt after this, when this guy takes, this guy dumps, and it's not enough time. And so it has to go all around again. And so we end up with problems. Like, now we have this problem. What to do about this? Like, does the sushi belt just not work for this situation? We clump too much. Here, let's completely change how we do this a little bit. Maybe one hand is better for sushi. We want them smeared out as much as possible. Because the belt is pretty well packed. I don't know. I'm not going to look at this right now. Okay, don't think about that. We'll come back to it later. We'll contemplate the greater way of sushi later on. Let's review this again. Okay, so we have we have a queen sushi belt right here, and we have a sushi belt for queen making and egg laying. Great. That's level 1. Up here we have another sushi belt. It gets all the materials we need for making maggots, and maggots will be exported when, let's handle that right now. Maggots get reserved for export when maggot pressure rises too high. So right here, and I want you to read, and then enable when maggot is greater than, let's call it 1500. Then we start culling maggots for processing. And then the maggots come up here and they get immediately used. Like, can we possibly overfill with this with maggots? Yes, because we want to overfill it with nests. So when maggot pressure is too high, we need to stop. Oh, we also have to do hands here, don't we? Is this proper? No, it's not. It isn't proper. No, they're uneven. This guy was off. Okay, well, that's bad. Anyway, so we have to work this out now. Got it. Okay, so our goal on this is to make nests. If this clogs with nests, that's fine. Nests come out right here and they're divided in half. Half for queens that will overflow, half for producing Arqads. That is the bare minimum ratio right there, and the queens will overflow, so it's not going to matter. So that's okay. So with that in mind, and with the idea that the sushi belt is going to be served by this stuff, what we now need, the used combs are going to be problems because we don't have anywhere to get rid of them. I guess I have to do that here because you're going to make used combs too, and I don't do anything with it. Maybe I rip out one of these things and we try to concentrate the used combs. It's going to be a problem. Let's reserve that problem for later, right? I kind of don't. Oh, it needs 30 Vrock eggs. It takes a long time, though not that long anymore. Problem is the eggs are going to be on this belt, and we're going to have the same problem as before. I get the feeling that sushi is the wrong thing for this. Whenever you see 30 of something and we start moving this fast, Sushi Belt just doesn't work very well, I think. Okay. We are not going to use stack inserters. Well, we need to stack insert for the maggots, though. So let's just do this. Use filter egg. And then we have to get out 2. Then we want to stack insert out maggots. I think we do anyway. And then we want a normal insert out used comb. It's going to be a miracle if this works at all. And cage. Okay, so that works like that. There's our in. That kind of looks like it should work-ish. And that's it. So let's just go with this, and hopefully it's going to work out all right. There's probably like a real Tao of the Sushi Belt. How to do it correctly, easily, naturally. And I just don't understand it right now. Like, stacking's good, right? I think I have to pay a lot of attention to when things are on the belt. These are all working. Good. There's a when quality to it. Not just what, but a when. That I really need to respect. And I really want more than these guys to be going. Like, how is this possible with them making so many cocoons? It has to be that they're not. See, this is making collectively, we're making 7.5 cocoons a second. And so these guys going 666 times 6, that's half. We should be going half again, but we're not. We're never doing that. Why? Are you having problems? Well, that's good. See, we're stopped again because mushrooms. But the mushrooms have the when associated with them, right? It's like they're all clumped here coming back. What we need is them to put more on. But that doesn't happen like that. And so what's going to happen here is the mushrooms are going to come around, they're going to get snagged, and then immediately put in the middle of right here, this surge. We need this to be smeared out. And having this on the leading edge is therefore wrong, right? Because this just creates more and more of a smear. Like, this should be right here to work properly. To delay the back end instead of delaying the front end a little bit. Yes, that's what's needed. This is in the wrong spot. I should adjust that for the next one. And the next one's right here. So I guess we do this now. Here, let's try to use this learning, which I have just absorbed. This thought that I just perhaps... Oh, this is going to suck. Okay, so let's surgically remove all of it. We're just going to pull it straight out, and we're going to put it over here. Right? And then we're going to repair this, because I know I clipped it. Okay, good. And what we really want is to take this bit and move it right here, right? And if we do that, it's okay. So okay, you're in the way. Now the problem is we're not measuring properly everywhere, are we? This is like level 2 sushi design right here. This is sushi 201, when you've already passed basic intro to sushi, and now you want something a little more sushi. See, this is a little wrong, but not a lot wrong. It's wrong in the realm of being fixable. Like right there. This is equally valid right here. That's fine. Only it's a little out of line right here. It could be a little more. If we do this and instead here now. Now we have to make sure we're properly getting the other side of everything, which we're not anymore. So we have to read right there. And so this is extending the arrival time. So it smears it out. This is constantly putting out more material. And this is smearing out the material that was here before. So this should be better, right? Yeah, here we are again with not having rock food this time. These guys have like really just garbage uptime, don't they? And you're putting down mushrooms in more of this pack of mushrooms, which is unhelpful. I almost need to like buffer them here. Like that's the answer. It's buffering it right here in order for these guys to have more. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of got problems. I don't know if this is ever going to work correctly, which is maddening. Utterly maddening. So what are you waiting on? Rock food? And there's some coming, but it's just joining this pack right here. We need rock food to be up here, but then this just gets delayed a little bit. But it still is just ending up in a pack, right? Yeah, it's just adding more rock food to this pack of rock food when we want it to, and then half of it's going to get pulled back, which I don't think matters because we're constantly fountaining off of right here we have this little bit, and it's just going to join this little bit right here. So it's okay. Some is going to be smeared out more. I don't know. I'm going to stop thinking about this now. We're definitely going to have to do the same thing right here, though. Just take that out, take that whole thing out, and copy this whole thing. Thank you. And we'll try this for a couple for Arqads at least. And if it works well, we'll keep this. And if it doesn't work well, I guess we're going to be moving on, huh? So what we need is to tie into all this. And this kind of looks very weird, doesn't it? It's not all tied in. Why are there two right here? Oh, we shouldn't put them on the same reading then. I feel like I'm going to end up just completely brain broken here on Arqads, which, I mean, that's the purpose of Arqads. They are destroyers. All right, so we're reading here, and this is the same thing of all that, and don't look at that, that's fine. Okay, so let's just pretend this is okay, right? Pretend we have all the long-handled inserters we need. We're going to have to go get more. That's going to be fine. Wait, is this fine? Where's the rest of them? No, I didn't get these right. Okay, like that. Like that. Now this is fine. All right, this will put maggots on the belt, and we're just going to pretend this is okay. Literal, let's pretend. All right, let's take a little break and look at how they're doing. All right, everything is fine here, so we have to start thinking about polishing off this area, right? Here, pull yourself down. We need to seal this off, and then we're done. And this is honestly good enough. Can we actually make this? Oh. Did it ever start working? Oh, it's got almost no Logibots over there. Let's not think of what might cause that. All right, so here, is this also in the right spot? Oh, it is. All right, so we have to bring all this stuff in. And again, I have fear. So barrels out, barrels in. So the barrels are going to be a problem. So we're going to just have a barreler out, use filters, empty barrel. Empty barrel right there. And then just like, these are so good but so harsh. Actually, I don't think we're going to use stack inserters in. This is just going to, oh, I don't have any. We're going to use a whole lot of the things I don't got. So let's go see what we can do about that. And then over here, right here, like I need a mushroom consumer beyond, like deep in the later stages, but the later stages kind of don't exist. I've devolved into deranged mumbling, and feels great. Frankly, I think everyone should try it. So what we're going to do is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this. And then barrels out, and then comb out, no, nest out. And nests have to be stacked too. So you just be nests. Bang, bang, bang. And you just get whatever you need. And we're just going to try this. Is this going to work? Can't say. Are we going to try it? Oh, yeah. Right there, right there, right there, right there. And then the same. Right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. Okay. So power is in. Hands have power. Hands kind of know what to do. We're going to end up with nests on this. Oh, you need to be plugged in. Okay, no problem. Can do. And you're not plugged into the south either. That's probably an oversight. There we go. We're all on one big happy grid. Great. Okay, we're going to need a lot of Arqads, but that's good, right? All right, so this is going to put nests on the belt. The nests come down here, and we still have to do all the barreling stuff. Don't think about that. Actually, over there, okay, don't think about that either. Maybe we do think about that now. Okay, so, things to think about. We need to put 1,000. We want this to work until there is, oh, right over here. We want this to work until there are 1,000 maggots on the belt. And then we want it, no, 2,000 maggots? Yeah, 2,000 is where we stop. That makes sense. So let's go get the news. We should have done this before. We should have throttled this. And then we're just going to let it fill the area with nests if it can. Like as many nests as possible. I have no confidence in this build, by the way. Enable based on less than 275. There we go. And it's got more than that. I want you to stop. All right, that's good. So grab you, put you right there, and right there, and right there. And that's properly throttled. I think I might be abusing an idiom here. I guess we turn it up, right? Like maybe the way to do it is just turn it up ever so slowly, right? To ensure the banding is as good as possible. Like here I'm just stacking it on top of more. Maybe this is just not the answer. Well, you need cocoons and everything else. So look, we're not even keeping 5 going with this. This is bad. This setup doesn't work, and that's sad. We're going to be tuning it forever. Anyway, we're going to do barrels now. So you do barrels by... these get regulated. Okay, we have to talk about how much we need. We need, right here, Arqad jelly. So it's going to be 500, like 1,000 jelly, 500 honey, maybe. Oh, how nice. Okay, so it's going to be like that. And so 1,500 barrels. So it's going to be like this and this. This is very presumptuous of me. So we're going to try that. Sure. Why does it have to be barrels? There is so much that this is just wrong. I think what I'm doing is wrong. I think what I'm doing is just going to cause me problems, and that this sushi belt will never function at capacity. This is jelly. So let's try to shake off all the depressive thoughts which come along with all these things, these words, these notions stuck in my head. Let's push forward, and maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe we'll come up with an idea later on that makes this actually work well. Maybe there's a tech. Maybe there's a miracle. Maybe faster belt is the answer, but then we're just having faster everything else, and that's just going to exasperate the problem. Or maybe everything going faster will go better because it's going to be closer to attaching the hands directly to the machines. I don't know. So hard to say. Anyway, leave that alone. Now we have barrels and we have stuff. We're not going to think about the stuff right now. And then, okay, the nests come out. Half the nests go to queen, and that's going to back up, and everything else is going to overflow. And then this is nest line right here. Nest line comes by the nest makers, and then we have to start worrying about what happens up here. Fantastic. All right, what happens up here is we have a sushi belt, it looks like. And it looks like this is completely backwards. So this has to come up in this way, and then this way. Oh, it's going to be one of these. So it's going to reverse course no matter what I do. So if we go this way, and then this way, and then it's still going to have to reverse course. So this sushi belt's probably going to work better than the other ones because the consumers are prevalent all throughout the belt. And I think that makes a pretty big difference. So what we're going to do is this. You come this way. And then we have to worry about empty combs. Oh, no. And then we're going to just come this way, right? And this is going to have Arqads on it. And eventually we're going to have to split the Arqads, I think, in 3. And then one of them is going to go north, and the other one is going to go south, and eventually overflow into also going north. This is terrible. This doesn't go this way. This shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Yeah, this is causing me severe problems, isn't it? Here, how about this? How about we do something a little unconventional? We fight against geometry, the ancient enemy. And we do this, right? We need a cross and we find a cross. All right, like that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Ish. For certain definitions of perfect, this is what we're looking for. And it's what we got today, friends. And we're still going to have problems because, you know, problems are infinite in the factory. There we go. Because now we have to get the Arqads off to go play with the Laughter Factory. We don't do cages. Sorry, this is a no. And then we also have to get the material out. And it has to come down all the way to here, I think, to join the line. And we'll come in here and just apologize to the Vrox. And there's nothing to sort out. And all this needs to change, of course. So let's just not think about that. This is going to take this entire episode, isn't it? Just getting this machine going. We need to keep the speakers. We don't need to keep anything else. So this is just product coming off right now. And so this is speakers. And the speakers come back around. And we have to go get speakers somehow. We probably just got to bring them in. Like I have a speaker line right over here. Somewhere close, somewhere convenient. Like there's the meat line out. There's the speaker. Maybe I bring... Okay, that's close enough that I bring it over. Okay. But the meat line has to get out somehow. Let's just do that right now. Now that I'm here, now that I'm thinking about it, what we have to do is get it to this point. The problem is... No, we can do it. It'll be ugly, but we can do it. And at this point, we are very much not sitting back and waiting for perfection. That's not how we do things here anymore. You may, in fact, argue that was never how we did things. However, yeah, let's bring the bee parts right by the bees. I want them to see it. I want them to know. I want them to know what's coming for them. They know where their honey comes from. They know what their business is. Why are you even lit up like this? You shouldn't be reading off this at all. It's like, this doesn't matter. I don't even think these guys matter. What do you... This doesn't make any difference whatsoever, right? How's our protection coming? Very slow. I should donate more bots to this. Like there's no need to read anything at all. Because I'm just shoving bees on it as hard as I can. Maybe not. Maybe it only has to be certain amounts of bees. Alright, well, okay, that makes sense. I'll deal with that right here, I think. So now we have another problem, right? Because we can get this meat line down. Another problem I've caused myself. And the meat line... What do we suppose this belt is? This isn't meat. This is Arqads coming back. I think that's what we're looking at here. Yes, this is the Arqad line. So this is going to fill completely up eventually. But that's a long eventually. And we want to come in right here. So we want to leap right here. And so it's kind of fortunate we don't have windmills, even though that is complete and utter blasphemy. So this meat line comes here, and then the horror, it just kind of starts swapping around. This isn't what we want. This isn't what we were supposed to be doing. We were supposed to be better than this. But, you know, we always think that we're going to be the good king. We're going to be the good ruler. We're going to understand. We're going to be enlightened. The people are going to be most important. I'm going to be well liked, and everything's going to be great. Oh, now we got kind of an issue, don't we? What's with all the jerky? Oh, that's because we just haven't gotten any of this stuff out. Oh, this is a big problem. Because I have to join to right here, not to back there, because of what I've done. For my sins, I have done it like this. Like, this should just be the meat line. Now I'll fix it. It'll be fine. All right, it's fine. It's fine. I get the sense God has to spend most of his time drunk in order just to contemplate any of this. Yeah, it's fine. It was always the plan. That's where their eyes are supposed to go. Yeah, he poops out of that too. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? And it's like, yeah. Okay, we're doing something like that. And that's not good. Not good, but also not completely unworkable. So just kind of walk away from it. It's going to be a miracle if this hive actually functions anywhere close to capacity. I kind of believe it's going to limp on, but actually doing something good, oh, that's a maybe not, friend. There, this is what I should have done. All right, there. That is Arqad parts, including a whole lot of chitin, making its way all the way to the one whale. Like, I really am doing this wrong, because this guy, like, the digestion is right there. I really should have put the rallying point over here, so that it's closer trip to the digestive system. Maybe even run a solid line down. Should I reverse this entire belt? I kind of think I should. And then just have one meat line, a lunch line like I did up down south. Why does this seem like a good idea to me? Oh, maybe we'll do that later when I have more. When I finish all the animals, and what I'll do is I'll center a meat line. What, right here? It should be centered right here. Huh. So just pull the meat line straight down. This is the most. Maybe we do it through the rocks. But we shouldn't. It should be right here, through the most crowded section of this entire area. Ooh. And just pull it down again. And just pull it down and just kind of sneak through here somehow. And then just straight down and then in. Just come straight down to right here and then in however we can. Or maybe not, just keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe we should just take these thoughts, put them aside, concentrate on the clearly impossible task I have in front of me at the moment. All right, so all we did now is we were left with the problem of the bees, right? So what needs to happen is we need 2/3 of the bees to go south, and that's on this line. And we need 1/3 of the bees to go north. And when the bees can no longer go north or south, this should stop. So we have all these bees. Okay, let's finish these hands first. We're going to need natural gas barrel. Great. So we're going to have to pull this up. Now, let's go get the actual right one. This guy. Right here. You're going to have to come up, and you're going to have to live right here. And, there's the whole, do I have faith in this business? And the answer here, no, you're going to go over here, because I'm making decisions about bees right here. You go right there, and this doesn't exist. Why don't we have power? Why are we flailing? Why am I cursed to feel these things, what I feel? How does it feel to treat me like you do? All right, 95 gigawatts is a good amount of gigawatts. All right, so 10 natural gas barrels. All right, so we want out and out, and you're going to be empty barrel, and you're going to be Arqad. Quad. Actual Arqads. And then I'm just doing the same thing as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what we're doing. I do not know if I believe in this, but I do know we're going to try this style. And maybe one day we'll be free. We're using a lot of these. I'm going to have to go get more red inserters. I'm putting them down by the tens. All right, so like that, and just ghosts. And we have to connect the power up somehow. Or else what's the point of having a power grid? Okay, and now we have ins and outs worked out right here. In theory, mind, just in theory. We need to divide these in 3. So, one of them has to go north. And when they go north, they do not return. So let's just do a standard 3 divider, which I've learned. All right, so it's you get looped back. So boop, 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 boop. There we go. And so we have B's coming in like so. And that's a 3 divider. And then because we're getting 2/3, there we go. That is 2/3. Let's move it back to right here so that this lines up tidy. Okay, our B computator right here will take 2/3 of them and send them to make more eggs. This will eventually back up. That's fine. Now we have this 1/3 that must go and become bee juice right up here. Yeah, all that has to be adjusted. Don't think about that. So do I want to have a mixed B speaker line? And there's no space to get through anything up here. Like the space has been completely consumed. So I guess we have to go around to the other side then. I mean, we just have to. All right. I want to stress I do this under duress. This is not how I want to live my life. It is merely how circumstances have dictated things. This is just utter spaghetti. I have asked for Factorio, and now I have Factorio. And now I weep for seeing Factorio. Because this build is not good. I mean, it's probably going to work after a fashion. But here, and just dump all the bees. No, it has to be regulated. Enable Arqad less than 1,000, say. Okay, good. Maybe 500. Because there's going to be a lot of stuff on there. All right. We haven't done anything with waste products yet. And let's not think about that. So I have to completely erase all of this. Well, no. Not all of it. It's just going to be so much faster to redo the arms. So let's take care of that. The red arm should stay, right? Maybe. I'm really kind of excited. Oh, we have to get Arqad blood out too. Oh, that's terrible as well. How is this so complicated? And it has to be like the... Oh, that's going to be special, isn't it? Because I can take them to the rails, but that's going to completely ruin the entire pattern. Which, ruining everything, just Arqad things. So let's clean this all up. Probably would have been better for me to just do this from scratch, right? But no, I had to save time. All right, so what we're doing... I really wish they wouldn't kill bots. Bots are like the UN aid workers of this planet. They don't hurt anyone except when they bring artillery shells to the front line. In which case they're still non-combatants because they're just so darn cute. So... Alright, we have completely cleared this out, and we are prepared to now deal with our problems. So, you gotta go like this. And then what we need to do is pull you to the center. You be like that. Pull you to the edge. And of course we don't have the reach because we haven't done the mutagenic infusion yet, which is really kind of a problem for me. Copy and paste. All right, so now we have to do the arms in this block. What are we doing? We've got guts, meat, and chitin. That's what we do. So, bam, bam, bam. You are going to be filtered by guts. You are going to be filtered by chitin. You are going to be filtered by guts. Congrats. And then we also need to get programmable speaker out and in. So you are going to be... Here, 2 ins. No, you only need 1 in. And we need speaker. Like that. And then you're out. And this is our standard unit, right? Let's just say this is so. And we put this here as well. And we reverse it. And we put it there as well. We put it down as easy as possible. Okay, there we go. We have a block, ladies and gentlemen. And unlike many of the other areas, we can actually finish this one. This build is so very intense. There's so much going on here in Arqad Central. Okay, so that's close to being hooked together. And we want to just get this now, I think. Yeah. And we put it down the best we can. We put it down the best we can. Put it down the best we can. And we put it down the best we can. All right, there we go. We need a whole lot more arms. I mean a whole lot. Let's just go get those now. We need more red inserters. Maybe just 100. And I'm going to have to go over this entire... It's been an hour already, and I haven't even gotten to the whales. This is going to be a long episode, because I'm not giving up on this until this is done. I'm just calling it right now. I'm going to see Arqad Venom before the end of the day. Take a little pause. How do we do over here? We're not quite quiet. It looks like it's done its job. And then right here, we're still trying to load all this up and will be for a long time. At least it's an effective roadblock right now. All right, next. Put that down. Okay. Keep going. I want to distribute these arms. I feel as if I'm overbuilding by just a little bit. And it's causing my life problems as a consequence. Like, this doesn't exist. Okay, good. And then we're going to link you all together, and we've already got the solid products out by going through the solid product system. And now we have stapled together all of... Why aren't you stapled together? Oh, because this doesn't cross. So all these pieces cross, but they don't get omni-stapled down here. All right, got it. So let's do that right now. Then all you guys come across, and it all gets connected together. And then we have to find... we have to connect them to the Zillifo Arqad arthropod blood out. And then the venom, we just have to get it down to the biofluid system and put it online there. And hopefully that'll be enough. All right, that's all blood connected together. And so we want to just come through. Probably want to be polite about it. Probably. We want to hook up. Probably right here is most polite. Doing this and then hooking in. We're kind of very full up on arthropod blood, and I don't think we have an arthropod blood vent, which is going to cause me intense physical pain at some point. So we just have to bring it down. Here, we're just going to go straight up the middle. That is what I say we do, because the opportunity is here. The motive is here. Then we might actually be getting close to getting done. I know we're not dealing with combs yet. And that's an intense personal failing. Speaking of personal failings. No, do it right. There we go. Okay, there. Arthropod blood getting out. Solid waste getting out. And now it's just glorious product, right? And this is a holdover. Inglorious product is going to cause us issues. That's okay. We are here to solve issues. Solve/create issues. Then right over to here. There. Arqad venom completely hooked together. And now we just have to sync this all the way south to specifically right here, right? All right, let's go hook this up from the other side and then drag it north. And then we'll almost be ready to get this tower of pain working. We want a provider tank. I think this will be okay. He says, with intense, deep personal conviction. With a confidence you can feel in every part of your body. You're willing to give this man money. You're willing to sign contracts with him. You accept promises at face value. He is so incredibly confident. You feel like you will be embarrassed forever if you do not do exactly as he recommends right now. This is where you say something like and subscribe, right? I really think all of the YouTube begging is so incredibly lame, so I haven't been doing it at all. But I'm sure all of you guys like me. I don't need anything more. I can feel the passive glow of your approval from my seat here. And need not anything more. I gotta bring in speakers. Okay, I do need something more. It's called speakers. And so yes, pulling this over is still a good idea. This is still, man, this is an intense build. Like, I have seriously underestimated Arqads, which is, I mean, I had it solved before. I just had to build it bigger, right? How hard could it be to just build it bigger? Where am I going? I want to take a look at Varrox again and contemplate. Every time I look, I want all of these to go. Oh, this is much improved. What's with this giant void right here? Are we having trouble loading onto the belt? No. Yeah, there's dynamics here. Deep, deep, deep lore in play about how this functions, which I do not understand. But this is going good. All right, let's just... It's going good. Don't think about it. I really don't want to use the Varrock area, even though I kind of think we're going to have to use the Varrock area to get these speakers up. I look forward to never touching this again because it's never going to have any problems, right? This is going to work one shot, one and done. All right, so we're pulling Arqads off. We didn't govern this based on anything, so this isn't done. Here, look at this lovely, lovely, intentional layout, which was always going to be like this. This was the plan. You signed off the plan. Oh, we can't even do this. We have to get to right here, and we can't. We might be able to. Hold on. This is so bad. This is so very bad. Help me. I need help. I need deep professional counseling to get to it, to get past this. All right, what I need to do right now is put you right here. And then, aren't we reading the belt? Why aren't you highlighted if we're reading the belt? Because I put the wrong thing here. Okay, that's great. In fact, no, just forget about that. That's your job. Do your job. Oh my God. Okay, so now that didn't do anything. So now we just come here and I want you to read the belt, all of it. Enable when speaker is less than 150. Okay. So now this area is completely done from beginning to end. Assuming speakers are actually getting in. There should be nothing stopping it, right? Oh. Here, just, there you go. Speakers getting put on the belt. Good. Good, 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 good. All right. What am I doing? I think I need a soda. Okay. I think we're close to getting done, right? It's an absolute mess. It is a nightmare logistic mess. We are almost there, right? All these guys, we should probably fill... No, we have to finish this. These guys are putting bees on the belt. And do we care if this fills the belt with bees? We need... No, bees are the point of all this. So if we end up with tons and tons and tons of bees, that's just saying life is good. Everything is going well. Because I think maggots are such a very far secondary product that it's never ever going to be a concern. He says again, with utter confidence, I need you to filter Arqad. Right there, right there. Okay, so... And then 1/3 goes up north, 2/3 goes south, and this will eventually back up. now it backs up twice as fast. It's only going to be on one side of the belt. Okay, good. Actually, we'll do it like this then. That looks slightly less terrible. Just slightly, though. All right. Good. And this 1/3 goes up and gets processed. The process produces solid matter and liquid matter. Liquid matter and solid matter are taken care of, except we don't have enough storage for arthropod blood. And we're going to have to do an arthropod blood vent soon. I think that's actually correct. It's time to go get a whole lot of bees from the south and a whole lot of rocks and staff our units. Then we're going to go through it all one more time. Wait, we have to do empty combs. And that produces waste wax, which has to get drug over to the wax factory. Oh, man. I probably have made a substantial mistake doing this like I have. But can't back off now, right? Have to just go forward, right? Okay, making lots of rocks for me. I need lots of bees. The rest of my inventory has to be filled with bees. Oh, I should get some queens too. So let's just snag some queens. Start with 5. And my emergency queen. Okay, that's good. And then right there, lots of Arqads. And it's going to be just... Watching this go is going to be a feeling. How about that? Just this weird churning in my guts thinking about this going. And it's got so many places to go wrong. This is going to lock up again and again and again until I finally get it right. And that's going to take a long time. How are we doing on rocks? Oh, you're not going because you need mushrooms again. And I don't know if this is ever going to work out, is it? Because now we have mushrooms. Now you don't have uptime on bedding. So I guess just add more bedding, right? Here, you go down to 20. And then you go up to 1,000, I suppose? Why not? Why not? And keep it all on one. Just to spread it out. It's a long belt. All right, we're just going to keep looking at that. How we doing here? This is good. This is progress. Still not, what I want. Oh, that's what those guys were doing. And I still need more, huh? All right. Note to self. I got to finish this. And then Arqads. Arqads, 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 Arqads. More Arqads. Everyone gets Arqads. Do you know what you get today? Arqads. Did you want them? Doesn't matter. You're getting them. Okay, staffing this to level 2 is going to be so... It's going to require so much. Okay, that's good enough to go with. And then down here, you've got that, and you've got that. And if I come here and I just take these queens and I queen out, I wish they stood out more. Like they had some kind of golden glow. You know? There, snagged and snagged. All right, ready to go. Locked and loaded. We have to do something about empty combs. All right, so you do not produce empty combs. You produce empty combs. And the empty combs get on this belt right here. So there's empty combs in the south. I should have gotten a casting machine, right? You do not make empty... You do make empty combs. All right, so empty combs are on the middle belt too. This is the middle belt. And do you make empty combs here? Yes, empty combs are also on the top belt. Oh, I should hook this up. Let's just drag it south. So empty combs are on all belts, which means I can probably bridge them all and establish one place that gets rid of them. It really should be in the south. Like I really should take them all as far south as possible, like into the very bottom. I think I'm going to try that. I think this is slightly anti-principled, but okay, that looks terrible, and frankly, it is terrible. However, I make no apologies to anyone. I was made to be like this. All right, so we need a casting machine. Okay, we need this. Ooh. Ooh, sad face. We need empty combs at some point, right? No, we have honeycomb. And that makes nests. We don't need to bring wax in, do we? We just have wax out. We need empty comb here, unfortunately. Okay. So we need an empty comb generator over here, which I'm really regretting putting this in this spot. Oh, no, never mind. That's fine. It's right here we have to make empty combs, right? And empty comb is made right here, and it's just wax in a casting unit. And then it has to get on this belt somehow. And then to used comb to turn into wax is a Lovecraft furnace. And we have one of those. We have to go get a casting machine, though. And then we have to fit it somewhere in that area. This is a logistic nightmare. It is a spaghetti mess. This is not well thought through at all. And I even had an example from earlier to work off of. So this is just a complete indictment of not only my skill as an engineer, but also my basic intelligence and competence. All of which is kind of suffering at the moment. Let's take a look at artillery. That's still spinning up. You're still spinning up, of course. It's going to be forever. I don't mind any of that. So you produce used combs. This is the top one. The middle one needs empty combs to make the nest. And so this has to be right here. Like we could definitely put it like right over here somewhere. Like it should be right here, only it's not. So maybe we do that. And we take casting machine. And you go right on. No, you can't. You can't use that because it has to be regulated. And so you need you to read the room. And when empty comb is less than 500, I want you to go. Okay, sure. Right? And so now we need empty comb, and that's wax. And I clipped arthropod blood here, and I have to apologize somehow. And this is giving up. Right now, you're seeing just giving up. Okay, empty comb machine right there. We need wax, and it's going to be, let's do the wax part first. Because we need to do something a little complex here. No, wait. I want you to underflow less than 5. There we go. That's what we want. And this is what we put up. Like we should have done this a little differently, but this entire thing is an utter and complete nightmare. So let's not look back. Let's only look forward. We don't make progress by looking back. We only make progress by looking forward. Confidence. Again, be the guy that people want to give money to. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I've always know what I'm doing. That's why I'm so on YouTube. Only competent people get put on YouTube, so you should listen to me and my advice. So, all right, start again. You have your speakers, you have an input for Arqads. You have an input for nests and input for natural gas barrels, and everything else gets taken care of on its own. You are now on a separate one. This is the middle sushi belt. You have an input for empty combs. And we have jelly and honey set up right over here on the lowest level. Okay, you're going to have an input for maggots, input and output for maggots, input and output for nests. We have rocks coming in right there. We have eggs coming in. Great and great and great. We have queens. We have the full rainbow barrels right here. I don't think we need quite so many of all these things. It's really just, we're going to say 1,000. I don't know about that. I think we only need 500 of you. And then let's do 1,000 over here too. Okay. This is still a lot of barrels. All right, so the last thing we have to do before we can start turning this on here, like 3 hours into this build, is we have to deal with the empty comb problem. The empty combs have to get melted down into wax. We can just do this right here, right? Like we could just establish this right here, and we can concentrate all empty combs, used combs rather. Used comb to here. All used combs come this way. This is so bad. But we're doing it anyway. There we go. Used combs get turned into wax. We wish we didn't make quite so much wax. And you get pumped out here. Yes. And now we get this. And now we just have to make sure that all used combs make their way to the middle belt where they will be dealt with. This shouldn't be an impossible ask. Let's go take a look. Okay, so hot air is right there. The last of the half dozen fluids that need to be... What? Ooh, don't do that. Don't be like you, be like someone else. There we are. Hot air is now working. So this is now an egg line. You need to also be a used comb line. Is this a good idea? This is probably not a good idea. There's probably many reasons why I shouldn't be doing this. And then right here, output priority that side, used comb. Oh, we've fallen back. This is going to be a long time tuning that correctly. And then you just dump on here as best as possible. These empty combs? Looks like it. What's our problem right now? It's like, you're not going because no Varrock food. And you're not going because no Varrock food. And there is no Varrock food in sight. So is now a good time. Does it just naturally clump, you know? There's improved rock food. Does it just naturally clump by, like, survivorship bias? I do think this is in the wrong place to really work for a style like... I think these are in the wrong place for a style like this. I think we've got multiple overlapping problems. It's like, look at this. There's no rock food at all in this band. Why isn't it stretching out more and more? It's because there's just, what chance does this have to get used? Not much, it looks like. So should I break this into two sections, like an upper section and a lower section, and then make sure each section has like half as much as necessary, you know? Maybe it would be better if I put stack inserters for all of them. It also just goes so fast. This isn't a good sushi belt candidate. It really isn't. Now it needs mushrooms. I'm almost certainly going to have to redo all of this because it's going to go faster and faster and faster. See, the mushrooms that are right here in this big, thick band need to be up there, and they're not. Maybe it'd be better if they only stack inserted, you know, so that whenever it triggers a lot. It's like here, look, you see it just painted this big, like there's like these crawling bands. Not like here. I gotta stop looking at this. I think, okay, we have used combs right there. We're gonna stare deeply into the Vrock problem later on. And then we have used combs up here, right? You make used combs? Great. Fantastic. Glad to see it. What's gonna happen right here is we're going to output priority to the right, used comb. And you just get dumped on this belt. And that should be everything. That should be absolutely everything. We should be ready to turn this on. We're going to review this one more time, though. And I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of barrels. It's going to be a barrels first kind of day. All right, so to review from the beginning, we have the lower sushi belt, which, to be clear, I am no longer certain is a good way to go about anything. Anyway, lower sushi belt has all three flavors of Arqad stuff. The nests come in right here. It's going to be a while on that. The queens are right here, getting all three colors, barrels in, barrels out, probably. And we have to go get these solids. We have to get these three solids. We only need three. There's going to be space down here because nothing gets exported. Like the only thing that gets exported are maggots and Arqad venom. Anyway, this is our beginning down here. And it's going to put eggs. The eggs will come on the belt. The eggs will get captured. They'll come up here. They'll be put on this belt. Eggs will come around. We'll get maggots. We're going to have to bring in Vrocks. Vrocks come in right there. We're going to have to bring in Arqad honeycombs. We're going to make we have to bring in some cages too. So probably like 100 cages, maybe 200 cages, whatever. It's going to be some number of cages. All right, and so this will work, question mark, question mark, question mark, and it puts maggots on these belts. And then it comes up here. We need two flavors of barrel, Vrock, which has to be on here, and Vrock food. So we have to bring in only two things, maybe? Because we're making there's our soda fountain. And then right here, now the topmost, we have the natural gas. We have to put on a whole lot of barrels and then a whole lot of stuff. And it makes used combs. That's interesting. It only makes one used comb in that it's 3 combs from the Arqad nest, but only one used comb out. Oh, and we have to do coke. Oh. We are going to do that last. He says, because he hadn't thought of doing it until now, because red hot coal can spoil. This is 1500 or more or less. That should be enough, right? No, we need still more because we're ordering 2,000 barrels on this belt. That's a lot, but that's what it's most of the. That is a lot for this short of a belt. I'm getting cold feet here. 750. It's such a short belt. That's more now. We probably have to stop. How many barrels are on the belt? Let's just not ask questions like this. Let's just assume everything's okay, right? Okay, we're going to pretend that this is okay. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to play Let's Pretend. And we're going to go get a whole bunch more barrels. That's what we're going to do right now. How many more barrels do I need? I don't know. Just get them all. And we're going to stack that. And then we're going to start getting whales to get materials in. And I'm almost certainly done this completely wrong. I do not feel good about this build. I feel like I should have thought it through a lot better. But we'll see. I got 2,000 barrels. That's going to be enough to at least staff the second level, right? And I'm pretty sure I didn't even leave a... Oh, I left boxes. So what do we say we want here? Are you listening? No, you're not listening. So now you're getting the news. And it's only these guys who need barrels, which is bad because they're far away from the barreling machine. So we're going to do... This is jelly, right? We're going to do 1,000 jelly, which I think is everything on me. There, 1,000 jelly and whatever I have left for over here. There we go. That was science, right? It was only 500, and that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. So barrels are on there, and I'm going to get more barrels in a second. Just not right now because they're being made. Oh, there's some right there. Not enough, but some right there. Noted. All right, all this stuff come with me. How are we with stuff on the belt? Looks like we're still filling up with stuff. Oh no, this is all right. Okay, let's program a whale. We need to get in here. We need numbers and we need things. We need 15 Relesia. That's a lot of Relesia. 1 Yay Doll. 2 Red Hot Coke. So I can put Coke burners absolutely everywhere. It's not going to be hard. So that's what happens here. And that's so our number is 19. Our number is 20. 9,000 divided by 20 is 450. I guess our number is going to be 400. So 15 times 400, 6,000 Relesia, 400 Yadol, and 800 Red Hot Coke. I better increase the Red Hot Coke buffer because I don't think it's... Let's see if Red Hot Coke is still going. That's another question, right? We're going to need... Yeah. So it's time to increase this to probably this, right? And it's rotting out everywhere. Why aren't you going? Why do you not go? I've increased the buffer. So all these guys are programmed to only go when... There's 400. Okay, we're going to go all the way up to 1,400 now. You need to take a lap. This is kind of inconvenient. I probably should have put a constant combinator somewhere to save me these microseconds. Oh no, not microseconds. They're full-fledged seconds, but still. Okay. All right, that's working. All right, so. What I need to do is this. We need number 3. And all you need is the gas. So we have Erlesias, Yadals. We are approaching victory here. We are going to do it this episode, or we're going to fall weeping into a bitter heap, never to rise again. Well, I only have 1 whale. I'm going to need more of you. Whale hungry. I want you to go. This does spoil, so we're going to have to do it differently. You have to go right here, and you have to load items until red hot. And this spoils, so you don't wait. 800. And then you have to go and get Yadal and Relesia, both of which are right here. So Relesia, load items until caravan has Relesia. And we need 6,000. Then we need Yadal. Right there. And then load until caravan has 400. Then you come here. Mr. Whale, I do declare your destination is here. And then you unload, circuit condition. And we put that there, and there, and there, and comparador equals go. 400, 800, 6,000, and you don't wait there. So I think that is complete. Come on, don't float away from me. So go do that thing. And we have to wire this up while it is in our mind. And we have to decide how much of this we want on the belt. I'm thinking we only want 1 of these. That's the current thought, anyway. So it's like these 3 are just going to be taken out, and we're just going to do 1, and that's what we're going to try. Like 1,000 Yadals, that's 1,000 Relesias is probably enough, honestly. Probably like just 200 of you. And then right here, it's the other thing, Red Hot Coke. That's going to be like 500 of you. No. It's going to be 200 of you again, because it's such a short belt. And we're going to try this, right? All right, so here we are. This is, in theory, working. All these guys get shut off. And then this is just going to wait for bees, and I got bees in my inventory. Great. So we're going to have to do a coke disposal area. Not great. We're not going to think about that right now. We're going to put that in at the end. I need to go get whales. All right, back again. Really need to get Oculus set up, but that's waiting for the medical wing. But the medical wing is actually very close. Yeah, it really is. And then I'll get all sorts of other stuff that I should have been automating long ago. What am I doing? I came here to get whales. Because I'm finally at the end of this trial, maybe. I'm not leaving until this is finished. Like, finished can be an air quote. Oh, that's progress being made, huh? We need more barrels. And I don't have room for them. That is strongly a problem. Well, we're taking territory, and what more is there to talk about? So, speaking of things, here we are. So we're bringing in Arqad honeycomb, which we get from a source. We have to go get cages. Yeah, all right, okay. Cages, Vrock food, and Vrock makes on the belt. So is this really the only 2 things we have to put in? Honeycomb and Vrock food? That's kind of interesting. All right, so you get turned on now. Vrock's on the field. You are governed at 400. That's probably a little low. Let's double that. It's going to be a little better because it's It's not stacked, but it's also a little worse because it's not stacked. Yeah, we leave it like that. Anyway, did I regulate this? Did I get a sense of what we need? Do I have any idea of where I'm going? Oh, I did this already. Good. So we really are... Really? It's just this? These are made. That's right there. And this is... Yeah, it really is just rock food. And it's 3... And it's 5. So our number is 8. So just get 1,000 of each. I mean, all right. I mean, 1,000 times 5. So it's 3,000 and 5,000. That's fine. All right. So we decide to be a little sloppy, and we're not centralizing this because we don't think we're ever going to need it. So load items. We're being very lazy here. We are breaking consistency. It's 5,000 honeycombs, right? Yeah, and then 3,000 Varrock food. And that can be found right here. Load items until we have Varrock food. Quantity 3,000. Great. And nothing rots. So you come here and you circuit condition. Comparador equals go. And then unload until target. Unload until target. Good. Good. 3,000. 5,000. Okay. Go make me proud. Should have gotten more gastrocapacitors. All right, so right here, we're going to get these two things. And then we have to get them on the belt somehow. And we're going to stick with our plan from before, right? So just kind of wipe them all out to begin with. And then you are going to be Varrock food. In quantity, probably just 1,000, right? Probably more than 1,000 with given the length of the belt. And then you are going to be this, probably 1,000 again. And this is going to require so much fiddling with. Okay. And then in theory, this is going to be going. And we have our barrels. We need our cages. We need 200 cages, we think. So, once again... Oh, we have to deal with these barrels. Let's just start up right here. How many of these do you think we're putting on? Just start with 1,000 and see where we go from there, right? Oh, fantastic. And that's nowhere near 1,000. And there's more right here. Here. We'll have to do a swap. And this is still nowhere near 1,000. This is like 500. So I should really go take another trip to get both. Now that I have this in my head and I'm muttering to myself about it, I should really get 500 barrels and 200 cages. So, okay. Good idea. Then right here, 500 exactly, 200 cages. That should be right? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This is getting exciting. We're almost there. We're almost going to have the answer, you know? Whether or not, if we're competent or incompetent, it will soon become apparent. I can't wait. All right, there we go. We're putting the rocks in cages. The rocks are going in cages. Don't ask why. Don't ask why. You get picked up and you get picked up. All right, so last whale up here, right here. Once again, no, it's not what we want. You just blanked. Oh, wait. And you're doing nothing. Everybody's doing nothing. And what we want is to 3. Then we have to get This is going to be more complicated, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so we're getting 5 things. That kind of says 2 whales. Let's take a look at what we got here. We got 15 biomass. We've got 5 Relesia. We've got 5 sap, 1 Yadol, and 1 red hot Coke. Okay, fantastic. Great. Do I put this all on one? I mean, I think I could. The number is low enough. Well, it's 15, 25, 30, 32. So 9,000 divided by 32 is 250. 250 times 15 is going to be 3750 times 5. That is going to be that number. I mean, this is fine to put on one whale. And then 250 Yadol, 250 Red Hot Coke. Okay, we can do this, right? Possibly. Okay, so 1 whale, 5 things. We've done this many times before. It'll be all right. Mr. Whale, you must be hungry. Then I need you to go all the way out. Thank you, autosave. To the Red Hot Coke maker. And I want you to load items until Caravan has Red Hot Coke in number 250 and do not wait. Now we have to go get biomass, which is a long drive, but it's right here. Biomass first. Load items until Caravan has biomass 3750. Then we have to go get sap. Load items until sap 250. And then we need Relesia. Load items until Relesia 250 again. 1250. And then Yadol 250 Yadol. Okay, keep in mind we still haven't solved the Coke problem. But we'll get to that. Don't worry. We'll do it. And now that we do here, it's unload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we do circuit condition. Comparator equals go. Who knows how many things I've messed up here? Who can say how many disasters I've left for myself? How many times do we think it's going to lock up before it reaches stability? I want everyone to start making bets right now. How many times am I going to go, I wonder if Arqads have stopped? And I go look, and Arqads have stopped. Not slow, not inefficient, actually stopped. I think it's going to be kind of a lot. And you're going to be different. You're going to be the same. All right, so looking at all that, no, you're going to be different too. I didn't do the thing, did I? I didn't go here, and when he dumps, he needs to not wait there. All right. Sorry, my bad. Keep going. Now we have to do all of these things. So Yadol, and the problem is they're on the same side of the belt. We should probably fix that, right? By doing something like this. Does this make sense? Is this a non-Euclidean nightmare where we wander forever and never make it home? Okay, this is getting worse. It's getting worse by the minute. Here, go. All right, so that's a little better, maybe. Who wants natural gas? I feel like we need more. We'll work on that. That's tuning. All right, so you're going to be biomass. Why did I get rid of all my icons? Why I do such stupid things. Biomass. Probably that's okay. All right, and then you are going to be Relesia. Probably that's okay. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine, you're fine. Everyone is in fact fine. And then finally, Yadals, you're going to be much less. And then lastly, Red Hot Coke. Are we ready to turn this on at long last? Do we believe? Do we believe we've done this right? Do we believe that we have a future? Okay, we're just going to start. I don't care anymore. I don't like how it's all on one side of the belt. That's because everything is on one side of the belt. Okay, we have to make a actual, for real, yeah, this is a big problem, isn't it? So I need you to go like this. I need you to go like this. Okay, whatever I got, I want you to take it. All right, that'll be nice and perfectly mixed now. We got all our material in, so that's something. So down here, oh, where is this guy? Where is this guy? What are you doing? You are trying to get 6,000, and I probably only meant 3,000, right? All right, go make a drop. Then you'll have to come back and go get Yadals. Here, I'm going to go get a stack of Yadals because it's right there, and I want this to go faster. And I know the system will adapt if I just slam in a thing of Yadals, maybe 2 things of Yadals. Look at that. Look at me, a total rebel. Here, we're going to put this down beforehand. There you go. Yadal's here. The Coke's going to rot out eventually. Just want everybody to know about that. You probably want 3,000 here too. And then I want you to do that. And I want you to go. All right. See you soon. So we're ready to begin. Are we excited? Are we consumed with an pervasive, all-encompassing dread? Well, me too. Glad to hear it. Time to see if this works. Oh, to do this, we have to stock it with Arqads to begin. That's why I have them in my inventory. So are we going? No, we need the Coke. The Coke is right there. We are actually going. Okay, are we going to lose the first queen? Wouldn't that be just like a kick in the teeth? This is fast now. No, we did not lose the first queen. Okay. Okay, good. Maybe this can be a little smaller, you know? Okay, out and in, out and in. All right, eggs. Eggs are making it onto the belt. Fantastic. Eggs are making it. Let's follow the eggs. Let's watch the eggs. The eggs are what are important here. You got to save the eggs. Save the eggs. Then, there you go. So the eggs are on the belt. The eggs are now on this belt. The eggs have reached the second tier. Second tier online. It's moving. We just need eggs here. It's all we need. There's a lot of stuff on this belt. Are you properly regulated? You're not listening. You are not properly regulated whatsoever. Oh, that was bad. Let's check up here first. Are you guys listening? Do you get the actual news here? Yeah, you are. Okay. All right. Okay, just a little hiccup. Just a little problem. They're fighting over eggs. Guys, there's plenty of eggs. They represent real misery in your fellow creature. So the eggs are getting mixed. The eggs are coming in. The eggs are coming in quite well. So, okay, we're making maggots. Maggots are happening. I should probably... No. Yeah. Okay, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look and see if we have more of rocks down here to finish this build off. We'll take a quick jaunt down. Yeah, we have enough rocks. We're just going to let this be to be continued, right? Because it's going to take a long time. So to be... No, don't. Sit here and watch. It's important. This is like... It's like the moment, right? And this is going to be a long episode. We're going for at least another half hour. There, the maggots are on the belt. We have made maggots on the belt. Congratulations. Maggots are happening. This is a big problem because there's way too much material on this belt. But it's going to get used up in time, so the situation will improve. So I tell myself. Egg pressure is building up. We're trying to get rid of cages, and we can't. Anyway, maggots are going to make it over here sometime. We're going to consume. We will consume. Okay? I'm really counting on you. I've lost track of where they are. Is that it? Oh, yeah. They split a couple. Okay. So that was anticlimactic. That's what just wanting to let everyone know that this didn't really meet my expectations for this situation. There are more coming, these little fleshy knobs. Yeah. Okay, so we're making nests. Nests are being made. And it's going to be a long time before this has enough to put on the belt. So I guess we just have to walk away. All right, let's go get those Arqad, those rocks, and finish this off. And then actually probably get more Arqads and bring those north too. Because we need to prime this. It's going to take a long time for everything to come back otherwise. That's fine. It's stopped, but that's fine. Everything being stopped down here is fine. I don't care anymore. I'm beyond this. I have risen above it, transcended. I am completely Zen-like in my perfect enlightenment. We want terrible bees. I wanted to be enlightened, but now all I can hear is the bees. All right, so this will work. This will work. This will work. Everything will be okay. I swear. We're gonna get through this. I just want to stare at this terrible contraption. We have to put in coke vents before we leave today. There. Rocks in. We probably need more Arqads here, right? Yeah, figured. Because this goes kind of fast, honestly. We have more bees here. Nice. And then this isn't going because no mushrooms. I don't know what to do about this. I'm going to have to experiment with something at some point. But I don't know what to do. Anyway, what I should be doing right here, though, is just this. Here you go, friend. Enjoy the Arqads. This one at least will be always going, or should be. If it's not, it's going to need tuning. And how many are left here? Don't worry, your turn will come. Anyway, let's go up here. Let's see if there's any nests going. Wait, never mind. All right, so if we look at the status of the belt, right? These guys are going, so something is working. I don't know if I'm going to call this completely working. We got 14 nests. It kind of says we did put nests on at some point. So they have to come all the way, I can't remember. They have to come to here. And then nests come out right here. And then half go north and half go south. And this mess, this utter abomination that I have created, this nightmare I have personally willed into the world shall continue. We don't have enough caged rocks? Really? Do we not have enough rocks coming over? Looks like the answer is no. Huh. I would not have expected that to be a problem. What's going on here? You're trying to... Oh, I see what's happening. You have to be cage bound. And you have to be Vrock bound. Vrock. There we go. Just one of those little tweaks, right? There's 700 Vrocks on the belt. There's no excuse for you not to be full of Vrocks basically at all times. Okay, so maybe that will fix itself, maybe not. Yeah, I need this to clear out. Anyway, let's not pay too much attention to any of this. We're melting used combs. That's a good sign. So did any of the nests come over here or head south? I was waiting at the crossroads, but these don't have a count of anything they've produced. There's a bunch of nests right there. Are there nests on the belt? That's a good question to ask. We can find the answer right here. And yes, there's 32. There's less. Okay, some have been picked up. So we're going to follow those once there's more. Where's the rest of them? It only gets placed on the belt by the handful. So where's the rest of them? All right, so half go north, half go south. And if we look south, it goes directly into the queen rollers. And the queen rollers start, rolling queens. Are you out of Arqads? No, you're out of natural gas barrels? Do I not put sufficient barrels on here? Apparently not. So we need more barrels. Okay, well that's going to be a nightmarish phrase we hear again and again. Oh, we never hooked this up. So, yes, these are the first nests. All right. Okay, good. Good. Next step in the horrible Arqad life cycle. Just straight in. There should be no reason to do anything else. And so these nests will come up, and we'll start making Arqads. And I have to go get more empty barrels. Why isn't this guy here? Why aren't you here? You're here at Yadal's. Oh, did we not leave enough space? 250. This is not 250. All right, so I guess we go down on this a little bit. Go to 5,000 here. And 5,000 here. And now I just say continue. And then I'm going to have to kick him again to make him cycle, but that's fine. We should be seeing bees right now, right? No, we have nests, we just don't have anything else. All right, barrels. The hour has come round again. The dread name Barrel has once again entered into the world. I'm just going to get 1,000. We're going to need that many at least. I feel like maybe I have the ratios off. Or there's something about it I don't understand. I mean, who would imagine that, right? Here, thank you, everyone. Thank you, my dearest fans. Barrels make everything irritating. If I could remove every barrel from the game and instead just deal with fluids, I would absolutely do that. So what are we asking this to do? We should start here with that question, right? We are asking this line right here, which is currently really overloaded with stuff, to hold how many? You're going to go down even further. 500, 300, 500. Maybe you only go down to 200. So this is going to be 1,200 barrels. But the thing is, it doesn't have anywhere near that on the belt. Unless I'm not reading the entire belt. But I'm pretty sure I mean, we're not reading this edge and that edge, but that's not going to matter. I feel like we have too many Yadals. Relesia. So we're going to go down on the number of Relesia. It's a short belt. All right. I have the fear. I have much fear. But we are going to try to proceed. Oh. It's one of these situations, right? All right, that's kind of wrong. So we should only have... We have... Why do we have so few barrels on here? I could have sworn we threw in a lot more, and I mean a lot more. We're just going to do that for right now. I'm not deluding myself to think that we're done. All right, this guy needs a kick, right? No, he doesn't for some reason. Why didn't you get caught up on delivering Yadals, which you didn't have? Oh, maybe it... No. I don't know. We are making Arqads now. The Arqads are being made, and I can probably check and see how many are on the belt. Oh, there are some on the belt. We have made Arqads. So if we now watch, we should see the magic moment when the Arqads finally come around here. 2/3 head south in order to make more eggs. That will overflow in like 100 hours. That's fine. We have 100 hours. Isn't that a coincidence? Right now, I'm looking for basic functionality. 32 Arqads on this belt. All right, there we have. There's some... No, that's the Yadals, right? Where are my bees? Where are my terrible, terrible bees? I wonder if it's all stopped. If I would look back, everything has stopped and has to be... Okay, there. Terrible bees going out, and they get mixed, and 2/3 go south, and... Okay. So, that's probably not enough to even care about. But the cycle... That's good. It's good that's going. None of this going over there. That's not good. Let's just continue filling the system with bees. Right there. All right, so this has all the bees it could ever need. It's going as hard as it can. This one needs Arqads, but that's coming on here. You'll get first choice. And you are just rolling for queens now. And if we look right here, we have no queens. Has one died already? I mean, maybe. So what's going on here? Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting for more. Okay, so from beginning to end, we have basic working online. This is working on a very, very basic level. We have the egg layer, which is... Oh, you're still not going. How many barrels do we have on here? We have no... So we have... close to 1,000 barrels on here, and it's still not enough. I don't really understand how we need another full 500. Well, yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get it. Not smart enough. Oh, did I just put a whole bunch of material? Oh no. All right, we have to read it. No. I didn't. I grabbed it fast enough. In that we didn't put buildings on the belt. I swear that I've done something wrong with this side. Yeah, it's something wrong. At least one thing, right? I don't know. We need lots more of this, though. And you're just continuing to make more and more. Why do we have so much jelly? Fill Arqad. Is that a recipe? Arqad jelly. That is. No, that was a recipe, not an item. Oh, that's terrible. And that's the same thing right here. The recipe is on here for some reason. That's odd. Because this has tripped me up again and again. I wonder why that's allowed to be picked up on a signal. All right, I have to audit all of these now. The next one is over here. There's simultaneously too much and too little on all of these. Yeah, you have to be just Arqad jelly. And not that. And you have to be, yes, same thing, Arqad honey. Honey. Okay, so those are bees heading south to make eggs. Good. Then finally we need natural gas up here. This is such a complex system. All right, and that is correct. And I'm pretty sure we just don't have enough here. I'm pretty sure that's just known. So you start there. So you have nests, but you don't have Yadals? Okay. What are you doing? This guy. Is this still not enough? So we have to come down on releases too? Alright, we do that. And that should be enough, right? Yeah, that should be exactly enough. So go do this, friend. And then you're going to have to be kicked again, but whatever. Why don't we have a way to get rid of combs? Oh, it's because we don't have a way to get rid of combs. And I'm going to need more red inserters. All right. So we're just going to keep on this. We're going to keep on this. We're going to make sure that we get this nice and finished. We have to do coke venting soon. So I have to make a universal coke vent and just copy paste it everywhere, right? We can do this. This is fine. Everything's okay. I came here for red arms. I need a few, but not that many. Let's go. Back again. It's going to be a long episode. I am not leaving until this is actually working. So right here we need combs. Empty comb. Empty comb? Or is it used comb? It's used comb, right? Yeah, just pick it up like that. All right, you go. You get copied. And I don't know what I feel about this. I have real mixed feelings. All of this seems like it's probably a bad plan. Okay, like that. You have no power? Really? Oh, I see. So it's because it's in the middle. And the middle's a little weird. But that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All right, all these guys are going. Let's go see the pinnacle. I mean, I don't expect to see any Arqads on the belt. Actually, let's take a look. Are there any Arqads on this belt? Where are we actually reading the news? Right here. We have no Arqad. We have a lot of chitin on the belt, though. That's interesting. Why do we have chitin on the belt? That means we have Arqad venom down in the bottom. And if we look right here, we've finished 2 products. So yes, we have produced native Arqad venom in some amount. But why do we have chitin on the belt? Because the chitin should just come out right here. Or else it's just because it's been freshly processed Arqads. But I would think I'd be able to see the chitin just right now, but I can't. And it's passed beyond the veil. Okay, so if I go all the way to the bottom and I look in this box, we have some Arqad venom. So we have achieved a facsimile of success. Oh, I got overstuffed. Oh, that's bad. Alright, turn personal logistics off until I sort this out. Just look it over again. This guy's waiting to drop. You're just making eggs. You're cranking out eggs. Eggs are coming here, and we don't have enough rocks in cages. That's really interesting to me. And on this belt, we have 20 rocks in cages, and they're headed over there, and we have 1,000 rocks. So all this says to me, why are you letting the rocks go by? You need more cages. Okay, so we're going to go put some belt back, and we're going to, like, triple the amount of cages here. Something like that. We have to put a lot of stuff back. I should focus on stuff I'm not going to naturally use. Like, here, red arms go... We can't. That's unfortunate. Here, you go in here then. It'll be brought to me eventually, right? Like that. Alright, it's going to be fine, right? Now I need more cages. And that's from here. That's still probably not enough cages. It's going to take forever to tune this thing. Oh, and then 500 cages? Sure. No, that's... I have 500 cages. Yeah, that's what I want. It's more than triple. It's a long belt up here. So what I want... It takes a long time for the cages to come back around. Where is the thing I... Right here. Right here. Okay, there you go. Cages. More than triple. This is like quadruple. I'm not entirely sure about this. I'm also wondering if maybe this needs to be sped up. Makes 4 a second. No, we can keep up, but only if it's going all the time. Alright, so that's a little better. And we're slowly whittling away at all the stuff on the belt. And that's going to get better and better and better. So, lots of rocks and cages. Are you just unable to drop right now because of all the rocks? The rocks aren't stacked. And that's kind of an issue, isn't it? Oh, I have a comb just sitting there for some reason. What I can do is something like this, right? And then get the line over like that to that. And we do this then. And you should be enabled based on rocks on this belt. And then it will be stacked. And we can just do this then. And then they just make their way on. And right now we're very much overpopulating that belt because of we're dumping the entire contents onto that. So we have 800 on here, and we want to... wonder why it goes up and down so much. Anyway, we're making some sort of progress as... Okay, we're making very good progress. All these guys going. I don't know if this is going to be permanent, you know, but this is a good sign. And we're making lots of nests. Okay, no, we're not. We're making some nests. It's going to take a while for the pressure to build up. But it's getting there, right? Do we have any... Hopefully this doesn't build up to the point where we have to put in another one. And then up here, we're making Arqads. Good. And if I come up here again... Can't catch any of them going. This is now finished 3 and 3. Oh. A lot of these guys have finished products. Like this entire line is finished 3 and 3. So they're coming in. They are. So there's another distribution going around. I think we might have success here, except we have to deal with, oh, you also have to be coke. You're just problems out. And then we have coke on this line, and we have to just get rid of it. It just has to be torched. It's a decay product, so it doesn't have to be taken too seriously. But it does have to be disposed of. So right here, we'll make a normal reflux tower. And then a water tank. And then we'll just do this. And I want it to underflow, of course, less than. This is not working as well as I had hoped. And I think that's a little bit of an understatement right there. No, you have to back up. I think this is honestly not that great. What are you doing? Oh, you're building biomass. Funny. Coke. Get rid of it. All right, so we need to take this system and we need to install it on basically every belt, right? So it needs right here for the bees because of red hot coke. And then it doesn't need red hot coke here, and we don't need, so it doesn't need to be right here. However, it does need to be at the bottom layer. It's like right there. And just attach this. See, not that hard. Super duper easy. It was great, actually. It was super great. All right, so I can pick my stuff up. That's tentatively good. And I have a empty comb on me I got it rid of. All right, so queen's being made. We have Arqads on this. We still are loading up our legacy Arqads, and that's good. And so this queen maker is just running, and there's no problem there. We're making tons of eggs. I don't know if we can keep up. This will start backing up soon. What's the news here? There's only 10 and we want 100. All right, that's probably fine. So lots of Arqads coming down in order to be made into eggs. Great. Momentum is not really... Okay, so we're down on eggs, which is fine. And these guys are going. And so we're running at half speed here. Why aren't you going? No maggots. Okay, pressure is still building, hopefully. But this is a good sign. And then up here, no one's being made. Okay, that's not a good sign. Seeing this go, this is a very good sign. We're making Arqad venom. What is the product? This has to be clipped, and you have to be clipped, and you have to be clipped. And eventually we're going to have to get rid of arthropod blood because we have too much. Wow, that's a lot of chitin. And that will make its way out of the system via the other lines. Well, I'm kind of ashamed of it, but it also works. So do we actually do everything? Do we have any ammunition here? No. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed out then. Why don't we have any ammunition? Because this is stopped. Why is this stopped? Because we have no explosives. No explosives because no glycerol. No glycerol because very little lard is making its way through. Very little lard is making its way through because this line is just completely clogged. I should make explosives up north. I really should. Because this is all clogged up on bone meal, which I don't want to deal with. So why don't we just make explosives up north next episode? We have everything we need for this. We should do our final trick here. It's going to take a while, but we go over to Relisia's over here. And this just stops. Huh. Are Religious stopped as well? Oh, are we out of seeds? No, not yet, but we're getting there. Why aren't Religious going? We don't have manure bacteria. Why isn't manure bacteria going? Because it kind of is, but not really. Looks like we're missing an ingredient. And it looks like that was Petri dishes? Maybe we're... Well, it's going now. Here, let's take a look at the history. Fluids. Manure... Backed. Maybe we just don't have enough. Maybe our demand for Religious is such at this point we need more manure bacteria. I can believe that. Anyway, take a lap. This has to all get picked up. It doesn't really do what it does no more. Then we'll put a receiver tank. It's not gonna quite be in our same pattern. I want you to get venom. Lots of venom. And it comes right into there. There. This problem is now solved. And we can, here, look. We can do a lot of stuff. This doesn't have to be here. We did all of this for Arqads. We are making Arqads. We can delete that. If we go all the way down to... Okay, that's just a tech tree. And we've done Bodos. We've done Vrox. So we're getting closer to be able to do this. We need Arthurians for this, though, so that's a while. We've done Dilmo. And we've got more evil bee juice. Okay, so we've actually just knocked out quite a lot of long, hanging tasks. And we're going to look it over one more time, and then realizing that I could just sit here for hours and hours and hours and hours. I never took a wax vent back. It looks like we're producing wax. I guess I do that now then, right? I guess I have to. I came here to get rid of this empty comb. Which is... No. Yeah, this empty comb has to go right there. And now... we have to get this wax out of here. But it's underflowing, so it has to only overflow to get out. So we do this. And right now we have nothing, but it has to make it over to the wax maker, which is right there. So I guess we have to go on this very crowded line, but this is what it's for. Actually, we should take this line, because it's not useful for anything else, because if it goes south, it touches the walkway, and that's illegal. But this will only ever go north, so it is legal. So, good. Good, 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 good. And this is just overflow wax. This is waste wax right here. So hopefully we use wax enough to accommodate this. Good, good. No, 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 not good. I should really just hold the button down and trust. All right. Are we there yet? How big is this factory? The factory is bigger than you think. Oh, and right... Oh, man. I was dumb. I thought I was going to be smart, but instead I was dumb. How often does this happen? How often do I sing this song of woe? Answer, pretty often. Okay, so wax now hooked up. I think we are completely done. We are going to observe it one more time. And then I'm going to stare obsessively at it for hours and hours after I'm done with this session. What do you need? You need Arqads, so that's fine. How many are on this belt? Not enough. Okay, that was completely expected. You are also out of your Arqads. So it is not expected both go at max speed. It isn't. I wonder what my queen count is. It looks like my queen count is now down to 4. It looks like 2 died already. Ah, come on, guys. I really need you to help out here. I need more queens. It's going to be super duper embarrassing if I have to go back to the South Factory for more queens. Give me a queen. No, it didn't give me a queen. Well, this is kind of a problem. I think 2 have died already. Anyway, this is going. I don't know if this should... I can't remember if this should all be going or not. Like, yeah, they should all be going because I have both these queens going. So, yes, it should. Well, in theory, both are going. Was taking a while to ramp up, question mark? I don't know. The point is, these guys need eggs, so that's fine. And so up here, none of you are going. Why? We need Vrox. Okay. So, how many Vrox do we have in cages? We have a lot of cages on the belt. That's something. We have 100 Vrox in cages. We have only a few loose Vrox. So we might be consuming more Vrox than we're making just in total, period. And look, all these guys are going. And are we exporting them? Yes, and we are exporting. So in reality, it's just like these 4 supplying right here, while these Vrox are building up elsewhere, right? And that's just a buffering issue, so I should just let that go and really just work on having that going 24/7. I might have to do another Vrox farm up there and more cocoons and then another Vrox farm. All of that's fine. It will be just fine if I do it like that. However, why are you doing that? Oh, you're not filtered. Oh, no. You have thrown stuff on here which does not belong. Oh, no. I am so glad I caught that now. All right, we need a cleaner. What has gone on this belt that should not be? Mushrooms, rock food, 2 different kinds. Okay. No. Yeah. All right, so there's going to be bedding on here, and we don't want bedding. There's going to be rock food on here, and we do want rock food. Rock food is the one thing we do want here. We don't want improved rock food, though. Okay, complete disaster. Do we have water barrels on here? We do. Water barrels. Right there. What else? It's going to be Vrock cocoons. They're going to make it on here too, aren't they? That's terrible. Especially since I dropped the icon on the floor. And then you're also going to need sap cleaning and moss cleaning. So, okay. All these things. Turn it around. Clean the belt for me. Don't stop until all these things are off. All right, that will help a bit. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And this is limited purely by the number of cages. We might have too many cages on here. So let's just pull some cages off. I think I put too many on. So I want you to grab cage and just empty them off. I think we have too many. And we'll see how this helps. We are very much rock stars, but that's just because I'm so glad to see these going now, all at once. So we finally achieved positive cocoon pressure. So we're probably accumulating cocoons. All right, I think I just have to go. I think I can be staring at this for literal days. Nothing's going on right here because the nests are adapting to their new area, and that's fine, and bees are being made. This is going to take a long time to equilibrate properly. And there's just nothing for me to do in that time except watch, suffer, continue to build. So next episode, yeah, this is going to start backing up. This is by design. Why aren't you going? You can't get rid of barrels? Oh, I can help with that. Can't get rid of barrels because you don't have just a generic out? For real? Wait, you should not be... You should be only barrels. Empty barrels. You might have been putting queens on this belt. And that's unacceptable, sir. There you go. That's the barrels getting out. Okay, are there any queens on this belt down here? No. There's the proper amount of barrels, though. And so we're just completely bottlenecked on Arqads right here. And that's as appropriate. That should be the limit. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess. I could make this shorter. It would probably be a little more efficient. But eventually this is going to build up more and more. Here we're going to go all the way up to 250 Arqads. Bigger belt just means more stuff. And you don't have a way to get rid of used comb. Fantastic. So, used comb. Wonder how many people saw this and just started screaming at me when I was doing it. Just no, don't do that. And we have hundreds of nests. Like, this should be stable. Should be? Question mark. Maybe should be stable. I don't know. I really don't. We're making maggots. We're making a whole bunch of nests. We need more rocks, but that's a related problem. And then we're not doing just a thing here because the nests aren't coming over. There's some coming up right now. And they're piling up right here, and they will back up. And once they back up, there'll be more going for bees, and that's fine too. All of this is fine. I think it works out. I may have to keep charging this with bees because of all the nests building up right here. That represents a lot of dead bees in stacks. This is possible. It will shudder to a stop because of lack of Arqads. Let's think about it again. Half goes for queens. And so that's every queen does 1,000 nests. And then the rest of that, 2/3, let's just call it 300. 300 goes to make bees that come back. And that's each one is 1,200. And that's not enough, right? I think this is going to cause me a problem. Because in reality, we only need like 1/10. So maybe we do it a little more. In reality, we only need 1/10 to go south. So let's just do this. And it'll be a little better, I guess. I mean, better is it's still going to fall out with 1/4. It's just going to be a little easier for everything up here. All right, I got to stop looking at this. This episode's been way too long. Arqads, I think, are the peak of the Pyanodon's mods. It is such a weird and unique and... Okay, I'm tempted to say fun, but I'm not sure fun is the right word. It is the experience I came here for. How about that? I came here for... Oh, nice. for weird challenges like this, and I got them. And we have no ammunition. This has to be what I do next episode. We do explosives. Yeah, all of that. We make artillery shells up here, and that's another major thing that the South makes that we're just gonna free ourselves from. All right, it's time to recap. I gotta get out of here. This has gone on for far too long, with very good purpose, but still far too long. Tomorrow is just gonna be stuff I need. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Just keep building factory. Everything's going to be okay, right? That's what you tell me. If you just stick to it, if you just get another degree, if you just go in for a postdoc, everything will be okay, right? Everything will be okay. Well, maybe if the first postdoc didn't work, you should do another postdoc. All right, right there, right there, right there. And now, screenshot. Okay, we are way over time, but we're done. All right, today, we did one thing. We did Arqads. There was this level, which right here is Arqad Dread. This is Arqad Sorrow, Arqad Fear, Arqad Misery, and Arqad Deep, Deep Depression. We have done the entire Arqad stack from what was this? Dread to Depression, all the way, and it's done now, and I'm not going to look at it for a while. It is slow at the moment, because we don't have enough rocks to feed in. We may not have enough rocks, period. I may have to build more rocks out like this, but we're just going to watch it for a while. Watch the machine work. For the moment, we are making Arqad Venom, which was the critical product from this. And so Renea will go without input again. And so my decision to not automate the transfer of Arqad Venom from the south to the north is now justified, in that I managed to make Arqad Venom up north before a terminal crash happened. So great job, fantastic work from getting to the end. A+. We are going to have to invent new medals in order to hand out to everyone to fully show the depth of the achievement which has been accomplished today. Next episode, we're completely out of artillery shells again, so I'm going to make an artillery shell factory up here. I need to make explosives, and then just artillery shells. I'm just going to put it all this stuff is taken. Maybe right here, something like that. And once that's done, we go on to our next animal, which I believe is probably just going to be cotton guts. Because or fag knots. They're going to take a while to spin up. Probably fag knot. And then cotton guts, then muck moo. And then these guys are weird. Arthurian has to be a while. It's on the other side of tech. And so, I think you need Arthurians for Skrondex and Skrondex for Dingrit. So these guys are going to be a long way off. So it's really just 3 more bands, and then we have to stop and do the medical wing and do red circuits and do mechanical parts, which will almost bring us up to date. Because then I have to sit down and do all the sciences. And after I have the sciences, I can have the Arthurian, then Skrondex, then Dingrit, then Krydon. And when I have that done, I can then do lithium right. There was something in there that I needed for lithium. I can't remember what stopped me from doing lithium before. Anyway, we'll be very close to forward progress. I mean, it's a month away. It is. The medical wing is going to go up here. It's going to be in a tower starting right here. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just dazed. I'm done. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.